सूरज देख रुक गया है, तेरे आगे झुक गया है। सूरज देख रुक गया है, तेरे आगे झुक गया है। जब कभी ऐसे कोई मस्ताना निकले है अपनी धुन में दीवाना। शाम सुहानी बन जाते हैं दिन इंतजार के। ओ राही ओ राही, ओ राही ओ राही, रुक जाना नहीं तो कहीं हार के। कांटों पे चल के मिलेंगे साए बाहर के। रुक जाना नहीं तो कहीं हार के। कांटों पे चल के मिलेंगे साए बाहर के। ओ राही ओ राही, ओ राही ओ राही।
Good morning, all of you. It's like always say, hello, ma'am. Okay, good morning. But for all my students who are live with me right now, so good to see you early in the morning. Okay. So we are here today to solve the total income problems, and thank you so much for the amazing response, and your comments are too motivating. That single class you all are following, the clubbing, the set off, the booster notes. Okay. One thing I want to say repeatedly, however good as a teacher, honestly, me and all the other teachers are giving super flow charts. मैं भी booster notes दे रही हूँ आपको. But for once, you have to write if you want to clear your exam. And it's not going to take additional time, ma'am. I don't have time. So I will go through the printout of your booster notes or xeroxes of the DT charts of any teacher. It will not help you with that. Okay, right? So that is one thing. GST class is going on right now. Good morning, all of you. Nice to see you all. GST class is going on right now, and there also one thing I want to say, dear students, you all were so more committed in the classes of ITC and value of supply, but now when it is coming to procedural part, some of the students are nahi hota. So let me tell you, as a teacher, I am a teacher second and student first. I have also failed once, not in DT. I have cleared in first attempt, group 1. I failed and then cleared the exam. So I know as a student how you all feel. So for that, I'm saying ki, okay, the topics what we are doing now, registration, way bill, tax invoice, returns. I myself, I'm doing it, whether it is a regular batch or whether it is a DT Sarathi fast track batch या जो भी है, उसको compact way में ही पढ़ रहे हैं हम. Are you getting? So rather than just skipping those topics, can you promise yourself, okay, if this e-way bill and tax invoice is covered in 2 hours, let me go through it along with question and answer rather than leaving the video. Trust me, dear students, there are exams. I agree कि ma'am कभी तो कुछ नहीं आता e-way bill tax invoicing, but when they are asking it is like pretty sure 4-5 marks of question. And GST is super scoring. The level of the questions in CMA CA exam is super scoring. Okay? Now, let us begin with the class. Today we are doing total income. One thing can you all answer? Do you want a revision of 115 BAC default tax regime? Or you have seen all the DT fast track? Then I have already covered it in the first video. in detail one concept with question and answers for the default tax regime I have already covered in tax amendment lecture 1. And all of you listening to me right now, thank you so much for trusting and attending these live classes. One more thing I want to say is May 24 RTP in depth I have solved. Even if you're writing CMA exam, CS exam, CA exam, but May 24 RTP what I have solved, solve it with me. For every amendment they are giving you the practical questions. तो वो बहुत helpful रहेगा आपके upcoming exam के लिए. Right? Okay. So how shall we start the total income problem? Hope you all are all having this DT Sarathi compiler book. Yes. मेरा ही ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट है, आप तो जो ऑर्डर कर रहे हैं सबको कलर्ड आ रहा है. तो if you are having this, then we can start solving the problems in the notebook. Okay. Okay. One more thing I want to say here when we are doing the total income problems. Today the mindset is to cover 14 marks question, which is asked in exam. Compute the total income, compute the tax, which will have one aspect of business head, might have a capital gain. The questions I'm going to do today, they are all past exam questions or some of the other problems, but they are really very good. RTPMT selected questions I have decided to do in the class. And for practice, if I'm taking 10 questions now, in the DT compiler at the end from page number 290 onwards, past exam, RTP, MTP, all chapter wise I have given. So there also you can practice, and any doubts you have, click the picture, post it in the Telegram or the Challengers WhatsApp group. I'll clear your doubts. Okay? So now what I have decided is, in brief, we will do the revision for 14 marks. Until now, the mock test paper are over, but it's not out. So please like, subscribe, share. ये कर लो क्योंकि जब भी mock test paper आ जाएगा, we'll solve it live here only. Okay. So when you solve the mock test paper for CA, even for CMA exam, before the answer was out last time also for the December 23 exam, I have solved all the papers. Mock test 1, mock test 2 before the suggested was out. तो इस बार भी करेंगे for CA students also. So there I'll give you the paper pattern, the case studies, how they are going to ask. Right now for the total income problem, read the question in such a way that you are going on posting it. Suppose in the first line they say that dividend, once so we will read overall, I'll show you how to read. Dividend is received. Okay, directly in your notebook, make, I mean say in your answer sheet, make triple column. Particulars, amount first column is for intra head total, head wise जो add less करते हैं वो सब के लिए. Second outer column for that total writing outside, and third main column is the inter head जो set off के बाद आता है. So like this triple column you can make, or you can make particulars and 2 column and then working note, your wish. I feel working note takes more time. So in the very first line when you are reading dividend is received, oh, it is an income from other sources, go and write it there. If they say salary, be careful, is this salary computed? Then no need to give standard deduction. If they say 12 months salary is 60,000, means you are supposed to give standard deduction. Are you getting an idea what pitfall I am saying? ये सब instructions हैं बेटा before we start the practice class. Next is, most of the salary question compulsory आता है. You all know capital gain house property may come separately or it may come in a 14 marks question. But salary is going to be 8 marks exclusive question. So when you do the salary question, be careful. If the person is retiring in December, take the salary only for 9 months. ये आगे के 5-7 मिनट के बाद tell me, is this fitting in your mind? Are you being more alert now? Huh? Don't take salary 5,000 into 12 because the person has retired in December. Is it income from house property computed? Okay. No. If they give rent received for 12 months is 36,000, you have to give standard deduction in house property. Clear to all of you? Right. और थोड़े pointers important है. When you do the salary question, many times the first or second adjustment itself is RFA, rent-free accommodation. But we all know what is the definition of rent-free accommodation. In the compiler, I have given you one table of all the definitions of the salary used for entertainment allowance, for HRA, for RPF, recognized provident fund. So when it is coming to rent-free accommodation, definition of salary is basic, DA considered for retirement benefit, bonus, commission, taxable allowance. Children education allowance received exempt and only taxable part. Bus. Perquisites you don't have to take. So always calculate RFA last. Clear to all of you? This is smart work. Now coming to deductions. When you are doing total income problem, ATC is such a flavor कि उसके बिना तो खाना हजम नहीं होता है. PPF they'll give, interest they will give, तो ATTTA, ATTTB. Now I'm going little fast here, assuming you all have seen day 1 to day 24. DT Sarathi fast track batch playlist is there in YouTube. If you have not watched, watch those videos. There I've stressed head wise, deduction wise, जो वो कर लिया हमने. Right now, what I'm saying, if they ask you to compute ATG, you need adjusted total income. Ma'am, what is adjusted total income? Gross total income, remove capital gain, remove all the deductions from ATC to ATU. ATC is PPF LIC, ATU is disabled person. So remove that, then you give ATG. So listen carefully, even though alphabetically ATC, ATD, ATG, and then ATU, but you give all the other deductions because adjusted total income required for giving ATG deduction is gross total income minus ATC to ATU, all the deductions. So always do ATG last. Always do RFA last. Clear hai aap sabko? Yeah. And one very beautiful small aspect I want to say, in your study material, in your MTPs, in your RTPs, after the problem, residential status, chotu sa problem, compute the total income in triple column, 5 mark, and then 1.5 page of notes in your study material. Those are explanatory notes, so that if students are studying on their own also, it should be clear. In exam, don't write so many notes. Valier को नहीं पढ़ाना है residential status. To the point, 2 to 3 notes you write. For example, if PPF interest 5,000 received exempt, outer column dash, write it in between income from other source, so that you don't have to write a note. But if it is set off and carry forward, how many losses you are carrying forward, you write it separately. Clear to all of you? Our last 5-10 minutes, whatever I said is helpful or not? Keep commenting. If live just chat is not active, then no fun in taking the classes. Students know what I mean. All clear. AC. Not clear. NC. बस उतना ही टाइप करके भेज दो. Are you all having the compiler now? As you join, hit the like button because we are taking it live in YouTube. This is not pre-recorded. The YouTube is going to boost it at next level if you hit the like button, and if you share it, it is going to be boosted more within 24 hours. So when I complete the class, and if you feel, ma'am, really professionally good level of the problems we have done, then please comment. Chalo. Beginning now, open your DT compiler with me, and coming 10 minutes in a quick way, we are reading and revising default tax regime. Thank you. Thank you for your messages. Default tax regime, I want to revise. ये मेथड से फुल प्रूफ रिजल्ट आए हैं, ट्रस्ट मी. आई एम गोइंग लिटिल लाइक टफर वे कि ये लिखो, ये करो एंड डू. इट इज फॉर योर बेनिफिट. अगर ओवर स्पून फीडिंग होगा, एवरीथिंग इज गिवन रेडी, ये लो बेटा चार्ट्स रट लो, नहीं कर पाओगे आप एग्जाम में. चलो. नाउ what is 115 BAC? It's a way of calculating tax which can be followed by individuals, HUF, COP, BOI, and it is called as default tax regime for this financial year. In exam, if they say person is out of default tax regime, then you calculate the normal tax way which you have studied. Okay, so default tax regime, how do you calculate the tax? This is applicable for whom? Individual, HUF, AOP, BOI. Special income, special rates are same beta. Long term capital gain 10%, long term capital gain on property and all 20%, short term capital gain slab rate, short term capital gain on shares 15%, casual income 30%, वो सब same है. हाँ, up to 3 lakh nil, 3 lakh to 6 lakh 5%, 6 to 9 10%, 9 to 12 lakh 15%, 12 to 15 20%, 15 lakh above 30%. So for every 3 lakh increase in the income, the tax rate is going by 5%. And if you observe above 15 lakhs, one second, above 15 lakhs, the income is going to 10%. Normal हम कैसे tax pay करते हैं? Can I write here? 0 to 2.5 lakh nil, 2.5 lakh to 5 lakh 5%, 5 lakh to 10 lakh 20%, 10 lakh above 30%. Are you all with me? 10 lakh above 30%. Here 15 lakh above 30%. Okay. And take a pause. I am taking care of all the minuteness which will help you to score super duper well, not only in 14 marks question and MCQ also. That here there is no emotion. Ma'am, senior citizen, यहाँ पे 3 lakh basic exemption. Super senior citizen 5 lakh. This all jhamela is not there here. Are you getting? Huh? Individuals and HUFs who are going for 115 BAC, they will not go for AMT. AMT I have already done in day 24. Okay? Right. Yeah, same rates are applicable for non-resident, senior citizen, super senior citizen. No additional basic exemption. If you go out of the default tax regime, then if a person's birthday is, happy birthday is in 1960, so right now he is above 60 years, we can give him 3 lakh basic exemption. बात समझ में आ रही है? Yeah. In normal tax regime, if your income, total income is up to 5 lakh, then the rebate you get from the tax under section 87A is 12,500. I'm just doing it in brief. Detail is already there in the first video of DT Sarathi fast track tax amendment lecture also. In default tax regime, 115 BAC up to 7 lakhs income, rebate is there. Okay. So what will be the tax on 7 lakh? 3 lakh to 6 lakhs. So next 3 lakh pay 5%, means 15,000. 6 lakh to 7 lakh on the next 1 lakh, 10%, 10,000. So up to 25,000, you don't have to pay the tax in default tax regime. If your total income, special income, sub mila ke, it is 7 lakhs. All clear? So many of you are live right now. Thank you so much. Like karo, subscribe karo, so that you can get notification when I'm solving the MTP, when I'm doing the marathon revision also. Okay? Sure. New income tax regime will be the default tax regime. Standard deduction of 50,000 from salary and family pension. Family pension is taxable in income from other sources. So 1/3 of family pension received or 15,000. Okay. These two deductions are allowed in both the regime. Till last year, standard deduction was allowed only if you come out of the default tax regime. This time it is allowed full. हैं आप लोग सब साथ में? Any doubt is there? Pause and ask. No problem. Chalo. Now, if you go for default tax regime, you are having a luxury. Instead of 10 lakhs up to 15 lakhs, your tax is not 30%. So, कुछ पाने के लिए कुछ खोना पड़ता है. So, some exemptions, deductions will not be allowed in default tax regime. So, let us check them very quickly. Leave travel concession. You know, with your family in 4 calendar years traveling expenses are allowed under 10.5. That will not be allowed. Okay. House rent allowance, rent paid minus 10% of salary, 50%, that exemption will not be allowed. Means, ma'am, if we go for default tax regime, the full HRA will become taxable. Answer is yes. I'm going to solve very good questions that I am saying with a bang right now. You will comment after watching the video that the quality of questions are done are exactly of the professional exam level. थोड़ा पेशेंस लगेगा, आराम से करना है, साथ में बैठना है, पानी की बोतल ले लो, नोटबुक, एंड होप यू ऑल आर हैविंग योर बेस्ट फ्रेंड सेम कैलकुलेटर विच यू आर गोइंग टू यूज इन फाइनल एग्जाम, है ना. चलो, 1014 exemption in respect of special allowance or benefit to meet expenses relating to duties of personal expense. So 1014 में suppose you are getting children education allowance 100 per child, hostel expenditure you are getting hostel expenditure 300. समझ में आ रहा है? आपको याद है एग्जेम्पशन हमने पढ़े हैं, हैंडीकैप चाइल्ड, वो सब हैंडीकैप तो मिलेगा, but these will not be allowed. So even if you are getting children education allowance 100 rupees, it will become taxable. Daily allowance or constituency allowance of MPs and MLAs will become taxable. 1032, for every minor child income clubbed with parents, you get an exemption of 1500 per minor child. That you will not get. Huh? Tax holiday for units in SEZ. Oh, one of my favorite topics and asked too much in MCQs. Total turnover, total profit, export turnover, export profit. So this we have taken exempt for first 5 years and all. So वो सब नहीं मिलेगा if you are going for default tax regime. And please remember, from this year, section 10 AA exemption is not reduced from business income. It is given like a deduction from total income. तो ये पक्का आएगा. There's a very in-depth amendment in this, not the way how we calculate. Those who want to know, ma'am, I have missed this class, can you tell me? Then my day 24 alternative minimum tax के साथ मैंने ये कराया है आपको, तो वो वीडियो जाके देखो. और what I was telling you is that from your gross total income, when you give ATC to ATU deduction, here you will give section 10 AA as deduction, not exemption in business end. Ma'am, क्या फर्क पड़ता है if you present up and down? हाँ, the gross total income will go wrong, beta. So stepwise marks may go in 14 marks. All clear? Right. Entertainment allowance, which is deductible for government employees up to 5,000, you will not get. In default tax regime, profession tax genuinely you are paying, तो भी deduct नहीं होगा. हाँ, but you will get all this. What is this? Transport allowance 3,200 per month for the handicapped person. Conveyance allowance, any allowance granted to meet the cost of travel and all. Daily allowance and standard deduction. I hope you remember that standard deduction will be allowed in both the regime. Clear to all of you? Chalo. Thank you. We're all clear. Now, so we have completed the salary chapter. Can I make you learn the gist? In salary, you will not get the leave travel concession. You will not get the HRA deduction. Minus income added, वो भी नहीं मिलेगा. फिर आपको salary में entertainment allowance you cannot claim. PT you cannot claim. Standard deduction you will get. 1014 children education hostel, all that deduction will not be given. But for handicap 3,200 per month, traveling allowance deduction you will get. Okay. So this is all about salary chapter. House property, it's a one-line answer. If you are going for default tax regime, if you are going for default tax regime, then in house property, self-occupied property, you cannot claim a loss. Ma'am, self-occupied property, GAV is nil, NAV is nil, because either I'm staying or it is unoccupied. Then we deduct interest on loan up to 2 lakh if for construction and all, and if it is repairs up to 30,000. So we will not get that deduction. No, you will not. Followed or not, remaining all thing is same. Take a pause and listen carefully. House property we have done in 2-3 classes, fast track batch bhi kiya hai. In house property, whenever they give rent received, you have to take 30% standard deduction. Whenever they give an exam, income from house property bracket computed, means already standard deduction is given. Okay, house property is over. मुझे ना बिना स्क्रीन देख के ही समझ में आ रहा है बिकॉज ज्यादा अटेंटिव है. आई फील सो. And what is more clear to you, comment. No, keep the live chat active. That motivates me also. चलो और MTP भी live कर लेते हैं. I can solve, record at my convenience and then upload the lecture. पता नहीं उसमें मजा नहीं. Live में I can interact with you. That's the purpose of the live class. So if there is no interaction, how do we deal? It's clear, it's not clear. Give some feedback. Why so much of conjugacy in expression? Huh? Right. And any doubts also you have asked. Okay. Coming to business head, one of the pumping heart of the business head is depreciation. So in default tax regime, in normal tax regime, you will get depreciation, but additional depreciation you will not get. You know, there we get additional depreciation 20% for all the plant and machinery used in factory. That you will not get in the default tax regime. Okay. After this discussion, because I think we are from thoda slow mode mein chale gaye. Aaj to problem solve karne hai. But if you feel, ma'am, in one more class, give us comparative, maybe 15-20 minutes I can make you write. अब ये मत बोलना मैम कि कंपैरेटिव आप ही टाइप करके बना दो, टाइपिस्ट तो नहीं बनाएगा और हमको पीडीएफ सर्कुलेट कर दो. अरे कितना मटेरियल इकट्ठा करोगे बेटा, खुद से लिखो ना एक बार. इसको मिलेगा, इसको नहीं मिलेगा, इट विल बी क्लियर. Scientific research, in-house, outside, revenue, capital, all is allowed under section 35 except cost of land, not allowed. He, ma'am, but I have taken land also for scientific research. No, not allowed. This scientific research deduction is not given in default tax regime. 35 AD, specified businesses, 2-star and above hotel, multi-speciality hospital, what do you do? Production of fertilizers, पूरा लंबा list है ना. 35 AD में revenue and capital expenditures are deducted. That is not deducted in default tax regime. चलो यहाँ तक check कर लेते हैं. Thank you, Satish, for all your response, and I want to know all the other students also. Which exam you are writing, CA CMA, from which place you are? हाँ, बीच में type करते रहो आप भी. चलो. We can make a nice comparative chart, surely, if you feel so. पर आज नहीं, आज हमको total income के problems करने हैं. See, I did say in house property, interest on self-occupied will not be allowed. Ma'am, what about interest on let out and deemed let out? वो allowed हो जाएगा. Additional depreciation, no, it will not be allowed. Scientific research, in-house, universities, national laboratory, कुछ भी नहीं मिलेगा. Investment linked taxed incentives, 35 AD, specified businesses, you will not get. Deduction in respect of expenditure incurred on notified agricultural projects. Okay, that skill development and all, वो भी नहीं मिलेगा. ATC to ATU, no deductions will be given except ATCCD 2, employers contribution to national pension scheme. This is 10% of basic and DA, and if it is central government, then 14% of basic and DA. Who can contribute? Employer can contribute to Atal Pension Yojana, National Pension Yojana, and deduction will be given in default also, in normal also. Next is 80CCH2, Agniveer Corpus Fund. Those who are joining in army, central government is contributing every year a fixed amount for those army people in Agniveer Corpus Fund. So whatever central government is contributing, see, employee himself, an army person himself is also contributing. That is 80 CCD1 and 80 CCH1, वो नहीं मिलेगा. In default tax regime, employers contribution to pension scheme, employers contribution to अग्निवीर कॉर्पस फंड, इसको मैंने आगे डिटेल में दिया है, फिर भी आपको यहाँ लिखना है तो लिख लो, अग्निवीर कॉर्पस फंड. And deductions for 80 JJAA, 30% of the new employment. Okay, right. While computing the income, depreciation and all losses related to depreciation, additional depreciation you can't set off. See, additional depreciation is not allowed as deduction. So from my default tax regime business income, can I set off earlier years loss because of additional depreciation? I cannot. है ना? चलो, फिर क्या था? और हाउस प्रॉपर्टी में you cannot show a loss. You cannot set off the house property loss with other heads. ठीक है? ये मैंने ऑलरेडी आपको अभी बता दिया. If 10 lakhs is unabsorbed depreciation, 6 lakhs is normal, 4 lakh is additional. 6 lakh you can set off. 4 lakh additional depreciation से related कहीं भी set off नहीं है. चले साथ में? Okay. Now, ma'am, who will decide whether I should go for default tax regime or normal tax regime? अरे go for whatever is beneficial to you, no? है ना? Right. So if individual or HUF is not having business income, every year he can decide whether he wants to go for the default tax regime or not. You're not having business income, no? ठीक है. So every year you can decide whether you want to go for default tax regime or whether you want to go for normal. And nowadays softwares are helping us on a click of a button, both the income, whichever is beneficial, we'll go. Meri marzi. If you are having business income, then decide for once. If you have opted in default tax regime, you cannot opt out. Once the assessee opts out of default tax regime, he cannot opt in again unless he is having business income. I want to repeat, I think more than total income problem which we are doing now, this will be helpful for MCQs. लिख दो यहाँ पे. अगर आप default tax regime में जा रहे हो, yeah, and you are having business income, and once you decide to come out again, you can't go in. But if you are in the normal tax regime and you are not having business income, any time you can shift it in and out. ठीक है? This is a procedural part. Employees, you know, your TDS is going to be deducted. So better fill up the form and tell to employer. नहीं, मैंने तो नहीं बोला था कि मुझे default tax regime में जाना है. So in the beginning of the year, employers are asking employee to fill up the form. ठीक है? अग्निवीर कॉर्पस फंड क्या है ये मैंने आपको बता दी. Now you tell me, you want to solve the problems in writing, yeah, or we will check some and then थोड़ा एक दो तो writing में करेंगे ना ताकि अच्छा practice हो जाए. Yeah, you can do the problems in the column form. चलो शुरू करते हैं problems. अच्छा, I revised default tax regime. You want to revise the normal वाला also कि वो मालूम है? टैक्स रेट तो अभी आपको बताया ना, ये रहा, and deductions and all. I hope you remember. Great that you all are connecting here, beta, but can you ask the doubts in the Telegram and WhatsApp? Because that may be doubt for many other students and it will be very helpful. इससे रिलेटेड है तो यहाँ पूछो, नहीं तो क्या होगा, पूरी क्लास को वेट करना पड़ेगा. फिर भी चलो ठीक है. Ma'am, I have a doubt in advance tax while paying advance tax. If our estimate current liability is not more than 10,000, but at the filing of the return of income, I have a liability of the tax more than 10,000. Does interest attract for non-paying the tax? Answer is yes, but it depends on what kind of income. Very nice question, Manju, but it is not related to abhi total income. But I am answering now. But make sure you know I am giving you all the benefit. How many of you are there with me in Telegram? And you have seen whenever someone is asking मेरे को टाइपिंग दो दो हाथ से नहीं आती स्पीड में, बट मैं वॉइस नोट से आंसर करती हूँ. हाँ, तो सुनो अब ध्यान से. If your advance tax estimate is less than 10,000 total tax, you need not pay advance tax in 4 installments. And then suddenly December 15th, December 10th, there is a capital gain. You have sold a property and 1 lakh is the tax. Now you cannot just have a dream कि मेरा ना December में property बिक जाएगा, capital gain आएगा, January में ना मुझे lottery लग जाएगा. So such kind of income which you cannot predict, and if they have arrived and because of that your tax has increased, interest will not be levied. 234C installment वाला भी नहीं, 234B 90% वाला भी नहीं, and 234A is तो delay in filing the return. I hope your doubt is clear. If genuinely your income is more and your tax is more and you didn't pay advance tax, then your court of interest will be charged. I hope I have cleared your doubt now, my Guru Dakshinai. Stay and attend the whole total income class and comment below all clear. Still, if you have doubt, ask. Just wait 2 minutes. This is not a break, but 2 minutes. Okay, so your doubt is clear. चलो साथ में करते हैं. Let us do one problem in notebook and trust me, very good level of the problems I have decided to take here. प्रॉब्लम पढ़ो बेटा मेरे साथ पूरा. प्रॉब्लम नंबर 1 ही करते हैं. चलो अच्छा है. Then we'll do some more problems in writing. Okay, ma'am, how do we know we have to compute the income in default tax regime or normal? They will give clearly in exam. Institute is not going to confuse you. So don't make your own assumption. Ma'am, मैंने तो ऐसा assume किया. See, कितने assumptions के हिसाब से they will correct the paper, no? ठीक है, right? So they will clearly give either compute the income with the best benefit to SSE. Means you have to compute normal income, normal tax, your default tax regime also, and then you have to compare and select whichever is beneficial. ठीक है? From the following particulars, Mr. Karan, for the year ended March 24, you are requested to compute the total income. एक ये करते हैं और फिर पीछे ना पास्ट एग्जाम के पेपर्स मैंने दिए हैं, वहां पे भी बहुत अच्छे अच्छे क्वेश्चंस हैं. थोड़ा प्रैक्टिस तो करना होगा ना सबको. एंड इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट आस्क. One second, dear students. First problem is from CA material and the second problem is CMA material. All I am combining and giving here. Okay, let us begin. From the following particulars of Mr. Karan, you are requested to compute his income and tax thereon. Karan retired on December 23 at the age of 58. The way I'm reading the question, not with a mindset of a teacher, with a mindset of a student. So pay attention when I'm reading what analysis should go in your mind in exam. As soon as Karan retired in December, oh, I have to take salary. For how much? How much I have to take salary for? 9 months. Huh? After putting 25 years and 9 months from a private company situated in Mumbai. ठीक है. His salary was 60,000. HRA received 10,000. He paid rent. All these are HRA details. On retirement, he got gratuity. He was not covered by the gratuity act. If not covered by the gratuity act, what is government limit? 20 lakhs. Actual gratuity received. An average of the last 10 months into 15 by 30. Half month salary for every completed year. Ignore the fraction. If he is covered by gratuity act, 15 by 26 of last month's salary. Here average salary. Okay. Here consider the fraction. So 25 years and 9 months. Here we will take 26. Here we will take 25. ठीक है. तो ये हम वर्किंग नोट में कैलकुलेट करेंगे बेटा. Okay, please do the mindset. Don't look at the answer. This is my first time that I've given the answers also. Otherwise, तो मैं मतलब students know it कि even if I give homeworks, I never give answers. So anyone who is trusting Deepti ma'am's way should do it in the notebook. Click the picture and share it in the Telegram. Please don't just sit and do tick tick right now. टिक टिक मैं भी करूंगी आपके साथ थोड़ी देर बाद. हाँ, ट्रस्ट करो. एक प्रॉब्लम करने से माइंडसेट आ जाएगा आपका. चलो. He has accumulated leave salary of 15 days per annum. Okay. Maximum up to 30 days is allowed now. Here so it is 15 days. This was encashed by Karan at the time of retirement, and a sum of 5,15,000 was received. Leave salary limit this time is changed to 25 lakhs. I've prepared 1 minute snippets also in tax amendment video chapter wise. इसको पक्का देखो. His average salary may be taken as 37,500. Here also, here also. After retirement, he ventured into textile business and incurred a loss of 80,000. Business loss can be carried forward and set off for 8 years, but here it is not allowed. Examiner आपके साथ गुगली खेल रहा है, लेकिन हमको भी आता है. This should go on in your mind. You all know 1 and 3 are not friends. Those who have done in single class, I have explained you all the set of rules. Who are 1? Salary. Who is 3? Business end. 1 and 3 are not friends. Business loss can never be set off in salary. So will you set off this last year's business loss in current salary income? No. Then why did they give you extra flavor? We are from Hyderabad. Hyderabad is very famous for biryani. ये 2 minutes सुन के जाओ. This will help you. So while we eat biryani, and I think biryani pulao all over India, everyone eats. You all are scattered, no, from India. तो मैं सबसे बात करें. So when we eat biryani, what we do is we take the biryani in the plate, and when we are eating, you will have cloves, elaichi, bay leaf. Yes or no? For flavor, lot of aromatic, all those masalas are being put up. Do you eat everything? No, no. You keep it aside in your plate, elaichi and all, because the flavor has come, and then you enjoy your biryani. That's what is the mindset for 14 marks question. There will be some information जिसको ना add करना है ना less करना है. So what you have to do? Write a note in exam. Last में we will write a note. चलें साथ में. चलो. He invested 1,50,000 in PPF. Of course, he can claim ATC deduction. Now this problem, let us see the time. आप भी देख लो, मैं भी देख लेती हूँ, और इसको नोटबुक में सॉल्व करते हैं साथ में. है सबके पास? नहीं तो स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो प्रॉब्लम का अपने मोबाइल में एंड डू इट विथ मी इन नोट. दिस वाज यस्टरडेज जीएसटी क्लास. बिकॉज टैक्स इनवॉइस स्टूडेंट सेड मैम बहुत बोरिंग है, बहुत थियोरी है, ऐसा सुन के आए थे. I made them write in one liner what are the documents required and then over and out. एक ही क्लास में खत्म हो जाएगा ये. चलो. We are starting total income problem with both the regime. Ma'am, why you are calculating? Because they have told compute the total income, but they didn't say कि he has not opted for the. So let us do it in notebook as if we are doing it in exam. Already explanation is over. साथ में करेंगे. Click the pictures and send me Promise me, ma'am, that you are working hard. We are also working hard with you. And surely together we will bring great results. I am not a CA and CMA yet, but I will do whatever it takes to achieve my goals. That should be the aggressiveness for every student. Computation of income of Mr. Karan, previous year 23-24. First, we can do one after the another, but to save time in the exam, we will do it in a column form. Particulars, option 1 is always your normal tax rates. Option 2 is your section 115 BAC. Anyone is having any doubt, ask me now itself in the class. Don't worry. Puch lo. Chalo. Even if they give first item as dividend, accounts आता है ना सबको. Even if they give stock and prepaid expense, where you go? अरे तुम नीचे जाओ वहाँ current asset में. ऊपर किसकी जगह है? Fixed assets. अरे am I right or not? I have also got 95 in accounts. Now I'm not teaching, but it's one of my first love, you can say. इतना मजा आता था. Fixed assets, investment, that that format is so beautiful in accounts. तो बस ऐसा ही यहाँ भी फॉलो करना है. इनकम फ्रॉम सैलरी. कहाँ से शुरू करें? सैलरी रिसीव्ड बेसिक 60,000 into 9. Carefully, you can make one more inner column for working. Why, ma'am, 9 months? Because he retired in December. Next is what he received. HRA. HRA he received. So working note 1, either you can calculate, but already we are calculating comparative. So in normal he will get a deduction for HRA. Yes, ma'am. In default to pura HRA taxable ho jayega. How much HRA he has received? House rent allowance is 10,000 per month. So 90,000 will be taxable here. And for here I am making working note 1, which I will do thoda niche jane ke baad. Next is gratuity. And he is not covered under gratuity. Okay, gratuity exemption, will it be given in section 1010? In default also and normal also, yes. But for that, working note 2 for gratuity. और क्या है? लीव सैलरी. लीव सैलरी के लिए वर्किंग नोट 3. और क्या है? बिजनेस लॉस नहीं मिलेगा. आफ्टर दैट व्हाट डू यू गेट? ग्रॉस सैलरी. Don't write directly gross total income, ma'am, because he's not having in any other source of income. Gross salary may say you will give standard deduction to get what? Taxable salary. Now taxable salary is as good as your gross total income because he's not having any other head income. But from this you will give chapter 6A deduction. PPF लिखा है ना, 1,50,000. दोनों में मिलेगा? No, default tax regime you don't give. I'm doing exactly with the same speed in which you all should do in final exam. And total income over and out. After this, we can leave the space for the tax calculation, or we can do the tax calculation also in working note 4, or you can do it here, and then we will give the conclusion. See how beautiful. Will you like to eat every day in paper plate? ये क्या बात कर रहे हो मैम इनकम टैक्स के क्लास में? Suppose your mom says, enough now, I'm doing all the housework, that doesn't mean you all should take me granted. I'm also a mom first and ma'am. Later, my son is also your age, 21 years. So I enjoy talking all this also with you. Rose paper plate mein khan lena. I will not clean the vessels. Will you like that? Huh? कभी पिकनिक गए कभी ट्रैवलिंग है तो ठीक है एवरी डे वी लाइक टू हैव इन आवर सेम ग्लास प्लेट और स्टील प्लेट करेक्ट और नॉट Same way, give the comfort to the valuer, to the point, crisp, clear answer, and this is only in your mind. Don't say, ma'am, I have not learned this. You all know it. It's just that we are being little casual. ओवर राइटिंग मत करो. अगर 8 को 0 करना है, स्क्रैच करके ऊपर लिखो. आई अग्री, मिस्टेक विल बी देयर. सो जस्ट डोंट ओवर राइट की वैल्यूअर को सोचना पड़े इसने 8 लिखा है या 0. काट दो और ऊपर लिख लो. आर यू फॉलोइंग व्हाट आई एम सेइंग? सो जस्ट लुक एट द वे आई हैव रिटन दिस आंसर. इज दिस लुकिंग वेरी नीट एंड लाइकेबल? अच्छा है ना? हो गया. अब कंक्लूजन के नीचे से वी विल स्टार्ट वर्किंग नोट 1 very quickly. What is your working note 1, beta? HRA taxable. That too only for normal tax regime, huh? So HRA taxable. How much HRA is received? HRA received. Come to point number 22222. 10,000 into 9. 90,000. Less exempt. If you remember the section, it's additional benefit. Exemption under section 1013A. Least of the 3 bit. Rent paid minus 10% of salary. Rent paid minus 10% of salary. How much is rent paid? 13,000 into 9. And 10% of salary. Salary for HRA is basic, DA, commission. So in this problem, DA and commission is not there. So I'll just take 10% of the basic. अच्छा है, clear है? Are you all enjoying or not? That is most important. मेरे क्लास में कोई भी बर्डन लेके नहीं पढ़ता है. मजे करो. You all are making awesome story for yourself. With 1 lakh viewers watching in the stadium, how that cricketer is playing, and then when he works very hard and he gets all the sixes, can you see that happiness on his face? Yes, I could do it. That's what we are doing. नहीं करेंगे कमेंट? मजा आ रहा है, नहीं आ रहा है? समझ में आ रहा है? Anyone is having any doubt? या वन डिसएडवांटेज ऑफ स्टडिंग दीप्ति मैम, किसी ने नहीं बताया तो दीप्ति मैम खुद बता देते हैं. माय राइटिंग इज not very neat and clear. So when I write, no, can't listen and write. If you are not following the screen key, okay ma'am, you write, then I will copy. Listen and write. Chalo. Rent paid minus 10% of salary. So 13,000 into 9 is coming to 1,17,000. And 54,000. है ना? Are you all calculating? Then put the answers. $1,17,000 minus 54,000. 63,000 is my A bit. Now B bit is where he is staying. Is he staying in Delhi or anywhere or what? Mumbai. So 50% of the salary is B bit. 50% of the salary. So 50% of 5,40,000. And that comes to 2,70,000. C bit is actual HRA received, 90,000. Rent paid minus 10%, 50% of the salary or actual HRA received. The least of the 3 is exempt. So 63,000 is exempt. So what is the taxable HRA? 27,000. Should I pause or you all are writing with me? How do I come to know? ऑफलाइन क्लास है तो मुझे फेस देख के समझ में आ रहा है कौन क्या लिख रहा है या सबका लिखना हो गया है. सो गिव रिस्पॉन्स इन द चैट बॉक्स. In normal tax regime, what will be the taxable HRA? 27. Ma'am, why here you have not taken? In default tax regime, HRA deduction is not allowed. Finished writing? Yes, ma'am. Working note 1 हो गया. Working note 2 किसके लिए करेंगे? Gratuity. But Karan is not covered in the Gratuity Act. Then least of the four is exempt. What is gratuity received? Gratuity मिली कितनी है? देखो उसको 6 lakhs. Less. Number 1. Because he is not covered, you have to take average salary into 15 by 30 into completed years, ignoring the fraction. Because he is not covered. If he would have been covered, we would have taken 15 by 26 into completed years, maybe take the fraction also, and instead of average salary, last salary draw. Ma'am, why you are revising again and again? Few things as a teacher, we always take the responsibility to make you learn and go from here. So many students attending live, but उतने likes नहीं है. क्या हुआ? नहीं समझ में आ रहा. 37,500 into 15 by 30. What's completed years, beta? 25 years and 9 months. So हम 25 लेंगे. 37,500 into 15 by 30 into 25. 468,750 is the A bit. Second bit is actual gratuity received. How much it is received? 6 lakh. Third is government limit of gratuity is 20 lakhs. For leave salary this year it is changed to 25 lakhs. तो मेरा तो explanation में time जा रहा है, फिर भी 20 minutes में हो जाएगा. तो एग्जाम में तो आप और फास्ट कर सकते हैं. तो least is exempt and taxable gratuity. मैम इवन इन डिफॉल्ट टैक्स रिजीम ग्रेच्युटी का डिडक्शन मिलेगा? हाँ बिल्कुल मिलेगा. यस यू विल गेट 131. I'll do very good questions after this from the tick way from the past exams. So keep doing. Chalo next. Third bit. Working note 3. Last one. Leave salary. Received. How much is leave salary received? 5,15,000. Least of the four is exempt. Subsection याद है तो लिखो 10 10 AA. नहीं याद है तो छोड़ दो. हाँ, you know leave salary में we have taught you leave allowed, less leave availed and leave at the credit. Leave at the credit मतलब कितनी जमा है? Leave allowed are 200. You have already taken 50. So 150. So here they have said that 15 days leave are accumulated. Directly they have given you the answer for the first bit. So 37,500 into 15 by 30 into completed years. How many years are over? 25. This is your first bit answer. 37,500 into 15 by 30. Half month salary. For every completed year, you can take as leave salary. So that is coming coincidentally again same amount. Second bit is 10 months salary. So 37,500 is the per month average salary. 10 month is 3,75,000. Third bit is leave salary received. How much is received? 5,15,000. एक तो bit leave salary or retirement benefit received. Another is government limit. Government limit, don't take it 3 lakhs. It's now 25 lakhs. So least of the four. So 3,75,000 you will deduct. And what is the taxable leave salary? Taxable leave salary कितना होगा देखो You can calculate faster and give it to me in the chat box. एग्जाम लिखना है ना बेटा, तो माइंडसेट बनाओ और कैलकुलेशंस करो. अरे 2 मिनट आराम करते हैं. दीप्ति मैम तो लिखेंगे ना, हम तो कॉपी करेंगे. एग्जाम में किधर से कॉपी करोगे? Some students may not like it because I'm giving you lot of mirror light, but this is being very much caring and giving you the right mindset. I hope you'll not take it in a wrong way. All flattering doesn't help in exam. Okay, चलो टोटल करो. डिफॉल्ट टैक्स रिजीम कितना आ रहा है आपका? ग्रॉस सैलरी 901250. स्टैंडर्ड डिडक्शन विल बी गिव, यस, कितना? 50,000. तो अब आपका टैक्सेबल सैलरी इज 851,250 and PPF deduction you will not give. So your total income is 851,250 and on that tax will be calculated as per your default tax regime. Normal income is coming to 540 plus 27,000 plus 131,250. कितना आ रहा है टोटल? 8,38,250. Will you give standard deduction in both the cases? Yes, ma'am. From this year, 788,250 minus 1,50,000 standard deduction. अरे मैम, नॉर्मल इनकम इज लेस, वी शुड गो फॉर द नॉर्मल टैक्स रिजीम. डिफॉल्ट की तो ज्यादा है, but default the tax is less. More so here you get a rebate up to 5 lakh. There you get 7 lakh. In this problem, so there won't be a rebate. So can we calculate the tax in working note 1? How many working notes are over? 1, 2, 3. Working note 4. Tax on, now tax you cannot calculate in column form. Tax on normal income 851,250. What is age of current? Because in normal you have the benefit of 3 lakh and 5 lakh. नहीं दिया है, कुछ भी नहीं दिया है. Sorry, did I wrote reverse? Your normal income is, नॉर्मल इनकम के टोटल में फर्क आ रहा है. कहाँ फर्क आ रहा है देखो, बोलो. Did I do something wrong? 5,40,000 plus 27,000 चेक करो एक बार, plus 131,250 plus 1,40,000. How much you are getting normal income? Can you all also calculate? क्यों मुझे अलग आंसर आ रहा है? $540 plus 27,000 plus 131,250. Minus 50,000. So 788,250 minus 1,50,000. So 638,250 we are getting. Okay, chalo. Let us calculate the tax on normal income. In normal income you can have special income, special rates, but यहाँ पे तो कुछ नहीं है. तो basic exemption 2,50,000 पे what will be the tax? Nil. फिर next 2,50,000 Pay 5%, 12,500. और 5 lakh के above 138,250 pay 20%. 138,250 pay 20%. 27,650 plus 12,500. 40,150. 4% सेस लगा दो. 1606 plus 40,150. So we are getting 41,756. Please remember, not every tax के ऊपर surcharge, tax और surcharge पे says the final tax is rounded off in the multiples of 10. So your tax is coming to 47,750. 41,750. Are you all with me and very clear? So many of you have joined now. So lot of presentation techniques and the mindset, how you read, how you do. I hope you all have got it. This is really beneficial. Do comment in the live chat also, and once the video is done. Ye tax ho gaya. 41,750 is your normal tax. 41,750. Now we'll go to 115 BAC, because there we didn't allow PPF deduction, there we didn't allow HRA deduction. So now how much your income is coming? Yeah, 851,250. 851,250. चलो इस पे कैलकुलेट करते हैं टैक्स. Tax under section 115 BAC on total income कितना आ रहा है? 851,250. ठीक है, चलो. Now less up to first basic exemption कितना है? Default tax regime 3 lakh. The tax is nil. This is over ना. ये ऊपर का पार्ट है, यहाँ से नीचे आ गया. Next 3 lakh. See, are you getting? I am doing with the exam mindset, so I am not doing balance. ये निकालने के बाद balance उतना जरूरत नहीं है in exam. First 3 lakh nil. Next 3 lakh 5%, 15,000. Balance after 851 में से 3 lakh निकाल दिए तो 251, 250. It is 20%. So 251, 250. It is 20%. So 50,250 plus 15,000. 65,250 is your tax. And on that, ma'am, they didn't say add 4% education cess. Health and education cess to करना पड़ेगा ना बेटा? Huh? Or I want all of you to calculate on your own and share your answers in the chat box. दीप्ति मैम कॉन्सेप्ट बहुत अच्छा पढ़ाते हैं. कैलकुलेटर में कभी कभी गलती करते हैं. राउंड ऑफ द फाइनल टैक्स. First 3 lakh pay. Oh, sorry. Are you seeing what mistake I did? I calculated like a normal tax regime. In default tax regime, for every 3 lakh, the tax will change, For every 3 lakh, we have seen the slab rates. Yes. So, basic exemption is 3 lakh nil. Next 3 lakh 5%. And on the balance, it will be 10%. 25, 125. So the total tax is coming to 15,025, 125, 40,125. Please change your answer. Health and education says 4%, 1605 plus 40,125. So 41,730. 41,730, dear students. Thank you. Thank you, Manjunath. Before I wrote, you have sent the answer. Great that you all are doing it in notebook. How is your confidence going up? That okay, 14 marks or 16 marks problem we will be able to do. And I've covered many aspects for MCQs also. बोलो. Take your time, check the answer. Do you need a break or we can go on to the next question? So many of you have joined late. Please watch the first 15 minutes. One thing also, 1 minute also, I will not speak extra. कि इधर उधर की कोई बातें कर रहे हैं हम. उसमें बहुत सारा pitfalls I have covered which you can avoid in the final exam. चल. So we took 25 minutes with lot of explanation. And if I have done some mistake, it's good so that we know how we have to be alert. You know, one more small suggestion is, though we are doing it in column problem, once you finish writing all the data, 115 BAC का total income और उसका tax calculation खत्म कर दो. Then go to normal and its tax. Are you getting? It will be more like focused if you calculate the income and tax for one regime completely. Of course, you can do column form. Of course, you can do one after another. But again, ye left side ka particulars you will have to write again. Okay? Right. Let us do the next problem, which is from the CMA material. There's a lot of trend. If you see the December 23 paper also, directly from study material they are asking. This was from CA exam, now from CMA. Chalo. Arhan, 35 years, has been giving the details and you are requested to compute. Oh, sorry, I missed out on one aspect. देखो ऐसी गड़बड़ होती है. हमने conclusion तो लिखे ही नहीं बेटा. Which option is beneficial? कुछ ज़्यादा फर्क ही नहीं है ना. The way it is going is much difference is not there because one's income is high and one's tax is high. Still the tax is low in the default tax regime, so better we can go for default tax regime. Karan will opt for default tax regime. Okay, can Karan shift the option next year? This is question I want all of you to answer in the chat box. Now Karan is going for default tax regime. Can he shift in the normal tax regime next year? Yes or no? Answer with reasoning. Whatever you know, you give. The more you dare in the classroom, the more you dare in the final exam, the more you dare in the outer world, be it your practice or your corporate world. So part low. Chalo, bolo. No one is answering. अरे Karan is asking you, sir ji आपने मेरा computation तो बना दिया and you have filed my return in default tax regime. Next time I am not sure I want to go in the default tax regime or not. Yes, Satish, very prompt, very correct answer. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. आप सबके आंसर्स करेक्ट है क्योंकि आप सुन रहे हैं और आप आंसर दे रहे हैं. Yes, ma'am, because he is not having. See, this is how you have to hit. Some of them are saying, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. That's a loose answer. 10 of you are sitting outside this room. You all are having CA CMA degree. Why should I select you for this job? I know this is a very head-on question, but मेरे को आंसर मत दो, खुद को आंसर दे देना. You know, one of the best answer received is yes, ma'am, he can because he's not having business income. He can change every year. कभी इधर, कभी इधर, कभी इधर, कभी इधर. If you have business income and go for the default tax regime, continue. Still you want to come out, then we'll not allow you to go, you know. Your time is over. Till you have business income. Again, at the time of retirement, you are not having business income, go, shift. Clear? Chalo, next problem. Okay, now because this is a very simple problem, we can do tick, tick, tick. ब्रेक चाहिए या कंटिन्यू करें हाफ एन आवर और दैट वो भी रिस्पॉन्स दे दो आप. चलो. साथ में करते हैं. Others also can write from which place you are, which exam you are writing. Till I change the screens. So Arhan is 35 years and you are requested to compute his tax liability and advise whether he should opt for the alternative. Alternative मैंने लिखा है पहले था, अब तो ये default tax regime ही है, इसको भी change करेंगे. So he is asking your advice, dear students. Okay, we'll give him our advice. Arhan is 35 years. So no kitch of 3 lakh and 5 lakh. Mindset. I'm reading the same way you read. Now, what is income from business? 15 lakhs. Ready, given to you. Income from saving account. The moment you write saving account, 80 TTA deduction. For saving account interest up to 10,000. For saving RD and all deductions will be allowed. Okay? Right. And what else I was saying? Yeah, if Farhan would have been a senior citizen, then instead of 80 TTA, he can opt for 80 TTB up to 50,000. अच्छा है, clear है, चलो. Then PPF. Interest on PPF, that is exempt. But still I have written, half of marks are there. Okay, income is coming same. He has put the money in PPF. So you will get a deduction here, 80 TTA, here no deduction. Okay. Ma'am, normal income is less, now we'll go for it. Arey, tax to calculate karo. Don't go to the early conclusion. Chalo. Now, when he goes for the computing the income, normal income, 13,52,000. Basic 250 nil, next 250 5%, next 5 lakh 20%, and 10 lakh के above जितना भी है balance 30%. So you are getting total tax. Health and education says 4% and tax payable 80/24. You know, tax payable is rounded off in the multiples of 10. So if it is 24, 10. If it is 25, you will take 30. समझ में आ रहा है? So this is the tax. Now default tax regime. 15 lakh 12,000. Okay. First 3 lakh nil, next 3 lakh 5%, next 3 lakh 10%, next 3 lakh 15%, next 3. Here for every 3 lakh 5% the tax rate is changing. Okay. So how many 3 lakhs are over? 15 lakh. Now on the next 12,000, 30%. Clear? Is it easy? Yeah. Tax thereon. Health and education cess is 4%. Tax payable is 159,744, rounded off to 159,740. Now write down both the tax. 226. Here income is low but tax is high. Here income is more but tax is low. So Arhan should definitely opt for default tax regime. But Arhan, listen up. We are going for default tax regime, but you are having business income. So every year file your return in default tax regime. And if you decide to come out, again you cannot go in. If your paper really goes well with this today's total income class, आराम से give your both the groups. I don't want any feedback कि tax का paper कैसा गया, ये किया कि नहीं, वो किसी से discuss नहीं करना. Dare to throw your question paper at the exam center with due respect. छोड़ के आ जाना उधर. Until you move out of the exam room, until you're going to your vehicle or to your bus stop or to your car, the mindset should be how you are going to attempt, prepare for the next exam. ठीक है, आज घर जाके मैं costing में ये पढ़ लूंगा, then ये. If you're writing 2 groups, whatever is your next subject. समझ में आ रहा है? The day you will have this confidence, no one can break your confidence. Ma'am, but if I don't discuss the paper while going out of the classroom till my parking lot, my friends will feel bad, then they are not friends. They are not your friends. I have made one of the best and awesome friends. I call it my Funter group in my CA curriculum, 95 से 2000. Literally, अपने आप छट गए. Time pass students have gone, and my friends know कि Dipti will not stop talk to anyone in the exam center. After the exam, sit and discuss the paper we are reading. Or I don't know, I don't like this, like As a teacher, you will never see me my YouTube live after tax exam. कैसा क्या पेपर ये वो. मेहनत आप भी करो, मैं भी कर रही हूँ, एग्जाम तक बस है. चलो. So this is all for the default tax regime. Yeah, this is a very simple question. You all have the compiler book. Will you check it? एक काम करते हैं ना. Very quick 3 to 5 minutes break can we take? Then we will go to more quality good questions, combining capital gain ESOPs also. I have marked that. Okay. So 3 minutes break and assemble. Okay, are you all back? Some of the problems in exam, they will clearly say, suppose if it is an exclusive problem of house property, they'll clearly say that this person has opted for default tax regime. Then self-occupied property, don't take interest. Followed all of you, right? And some of the problems, if they say he is going for normal, calculate like that or calculate both as we did now. Okay? So third problem here is homework. You do it. And for DT compiler, those who are not having, this is, I think, total kitne pages hai? 300 pages में आपका concept, booster notes, question, answer, past exam questions, all in a very compiled way I have given in this Sarathi compiler. You can join the Telegram and there it is pinned. DT compiler. You can download that and take a printout. And Telegram link to sab jagah description, any of the videos you will get it. Chalo. Now we'll go to the past exam questions and other gross total income questions which are there at the end. अच्छे अच्छे questions मैंने mark करके रखे हैं. There are many questions for residential status. Wow, residential status question is good. That I have done when I did the Sarathi for residential status. Just watch one lecture of the DT Sarathi practice batch and it will be clear to you. Okay? Chalo, very quickly now. This I was at the beginning of the chapter where 115 BAC. So third question is very easy. You can do as homework. Around page number 295 तक चले जाएंगे हम. Yeah. See, this is headwise I have given the past exam questions. And nowadays in residential status, beta, it will not be just decide the residential status. Decide the residential status and then compute the income also. Dekho. First you decide the residential status of Sarthak. You want one more class for the past exam papers for all the chapters, let me know. But in the chapters तो मैंने कहीं ना कहीं discuss किए ही हैं. This is like again residential status question. From 21 onwards, I have given all the questions. House property, very nice question. Agricultural income, capital gain, other source. Other source study material is only having very nice questions. So, these are headwise. Then I have given the total income questions. These all you should do, huh? Ma'am, the ones you are doing only, that is important. Nahin, beta, I don't know how to make those top 50 questions. Top 50 question is good, covering all the concept. But this will only come in the exam. That's a wrong notion. और ऐसे कोई फूल नहीं बनाना है हम. देखो. So this one is like a salary and deductions question. ये आप लोग खुद से देखो, ये easy है. And if you still want one class for this, we can take it. Abhi I am putting my all the weightage in the total income questions. Chalo. Are you all with me on page number 297? आ जाओ. Mr. Kamal, this is May 23 RTP question, but very nice. Mr. Kamal, a resident individual, 48 years, so no seniority benefit. He is working in a private company. Now, during the year, he received the following. I have not changed the year because it is of that year. Sabke year मैंने change नहीं किए, but you solve it as per this year. Basic salary is 3,50,000 per month. Client entertainment reimbursement 20,000, out of which he submitted the bill for 2 lakh. So if he has got 20,000 per month, okay, you can take the clients for lunch and dinner and all. It's a business expense, entertainment expense. But whatever he has spent for business purpose, fine. Remaining, if you company gives you 50,000 uniform allowance and you actually spend 30,000 for uniform, what will be taxable? 20,000. समझ में आ रहा है? Leave travel allowances 4 lakh and he took a trip to Goa with spouse and children. from plane and the tickets is 1 lakh, hotel is 3 lakh, hotel expenditure will become taxable. But leave travel assistance for self, for children, anywhere in India is allowed once in 4 years. Sorry, twice in 4 years. Ma'am, but these are plane tickets, yeah? Economy class, plane tickets, first class, AC tickets, all this is allowed. Performance bonus 20% on basic, बिल्कुल taxable हो जाएगा. He is eligible to take a staff housing loan 20 lakhs at a concessional rate of 2.5%. He availed of 15 lakhs. Now here is the pitfall. When I gave this in exam, most of the students have calculated with 20 lakh. 20 lakh to company said, you are our employee, huh? Kamal, we will give you 20 lakh loan. But Kamal has availed only 15 lakh. So interest will be calculated on 15 lakhs. What is the SBI lending rate? 8%. You as an employee got in 2.5%. So whatever is the concessional rate of interest, if you minus, is this the benefit flowing from employer to employee? We are in salary chapter, waterfall. बिल्कुल taxable हो जाएगा. But he has taken the loan in June. So it will be 10/12. Anyone is having any doubt here? Pucho. This analysis should go on in your mind while you are reading the question sitting in the exam hall. It's always that April 15th के बाद ना 15 दिन मेरा आवाज ही change हो जाता है, because these classes today also in GST it is like tax invoice class. So all speaking there are no problems कि आप problem करोगे और मैं Okay, now we go to ESOP. Bank also allotted 1500 sweat equity shares, ESOP, at the rate of 1300. Fair market value was 1500. So 1500 share, if you're getting 1300, 200 is going to be taxable in the hands of employee. And when employee sells it, he is allowed to deduct 1500. Are you all with me? He sold all the shares for 2100 in March 23, short-term capital gain. And these are recognized stock exchange. So short-term capital gain on shares where STT is allowed under section 111A is taxable at 15%. बोलो बोलो clear है आप सबको? Ma'am, but he got the shares in 1300. But he has paid 200 per share as income, no? So 2400 and 1500 ये आपको taxable हो जाएगा. Assume XTT has been paid, following transactions were made by Kamal. He earned rental income of 35,000 per month. He purchased the said flat for 45 lakhs. Okay. Availing housing loan from employer. So employer say loan what he has taken 2.5% interest he has paid now. 8% is SBI rate. Employer, why did you give him in 2.5%? So the difference 5.5% is taxable in salary. But 2.5% interest so he has paid out of pocket. Housing loan. Can he claim in house property? Yes. Okay. Right. It was let out from July. So 9 months rent only you will take. Okay, right. I think I'll pause it here. ये सब deductions का है. This much if I can show you the answer, it will be fine because we are not solving in writing now. Is it okay? चलो. तो अभी तक जो भी salary का हमने सबसे पहले what we have taken basic salary 3,50,000 into 12. Client reimbursement 20,000 per month, but you have spent only 2 lakhs for the official tour entertainment. Remaining is taxable. Leave travel concession is 1 lakh flight ticket, 3 lakh hotel ticket in Goa. Only travel flight tickets are allowed as exempt. Remaining will become taxable. Performance bonus is 20% of basic, taxable. Interest on housing loan, I showed you there itself. 20 lakhs is the loan they are offering, but we have taken 15 lakhs at concessional rate, that too for 10 months. Beautiful problem, I can say. Mark it very important in your top 50 questions, what you say. Sweat equity shares allotted by employer 1500 at 1300 और कितने number of shares हैं 1500. So per share 200 is the benefit going to employee from employer. Waterfall taxable. Gross salary आ गया. Standard deduction आ गया. Taxable salary. Okay, right? Now he has received 9 months rent. Ma'am, why 9 months? Because they said he is let out from July. Okay. So what is the rent of the July month se jo let out hai? 35,000 per month into 9. 3,15,000. Ma'am, you taught us in house property. Now here a beautiful pitfall. हमको वंडरला के स्लाइड में नहीं गिरना है बेटा. दीप्ति मैम ने आपको सब पढ़ाया है. Fair rent or municipal value, whichever is higher. That or standard rent, whichever is lower. This or actual rent, whichever is higher. I have taught you all this, but you don't have to write all this in exam, in total income problem, because all these values are not given, beta. They have not given these values. So don't write it. You can skip writing. बिल्कुल. चलिए साथ में. चलो. Now, I'm reading that part here. Municipal taxes is 12,000. So NAV, even if they don't say 30% of NAV is standard deduction. And now interest on capital borrowed. This point students are confused. If you are confused, मेरे को फिर से पूछो. 8% loan you are getting at 2.5% employee. So remaining is a perquisite. But 2.5% interest, so I am paying for my house property, no? So this much loan will be allowed. Ma'am, but property is let out for 9 months. But housing loan you have taken from 1st June. So you can deduct 2.5% interest here. And this is your income from house property. Until now, if you have any doubt, ask. And please give a feedback. These are quality good problems where concept revision is important. So I'm not solving it in writing. अगर हम राइटिंग करेंगे तो सुबह 10 से शाम को 6 बजे तक यही करेंगे, तो बाकी भी तो सब्जेक्ट करना है ना. बट आर यू क्लियर? Literally I am saying all hand-picked, very good level of the problems. There are some RTP problems like unnecessary, इतना डेप्थ दिया है कि जरूरत नहीं है. I have वो सब छांटना छूटना, I have done it. I have skipped printing it here. That's why you are seeing past exam problems are not in sequence. December 21, May 22, November 22, June 20, ऐसा नहीं है. बीच में I have skipped because they are irrelevant. चलिए साथ में. या After this, I'm going to the next bit. He has got the shares from employer at 1300 and he sold on which were actually 1500, 200 uski income mein aa gaya. He has sold it in 2100. So can we tax it in capital gain? 2100 is the sales value. Cost is 1500 and 1500 is the number of shares. So your short term capital gain is 9 lakhs. So many of you are doing live. I'm always saying missing is expression. I don't know why it is missing nowadays. But अगर एक दिन भी मटेरियल लेट आता है ना, फिर तो ग्रुप में मैम व्हाट अबाउट माय सारथी बुक आई हैव ऑर्डर्ड. अरे देयर वाज हॉलीडे, वी आर स्पेंडिंग मनी सो मच टू गिव यू इन स्पीड पोस्ट. तो मिल जाएगा एक दिन. तब आप पूछते हो, हम आंसर भी करते हैं. अभी आई एम आस्किंग यू व्हाई यू आर नॉट आंसरिंग. Not clear, then say not clear. Or you are following, then say it is clear. The level of the problems are really good, that I assure you. Chalo. Now, he invested 30 lakhs in RBI floating rate on 1st September earning an interest of 7%. Interest कब लिए बेटा? Bond September. Interest is received in January and July. So this is for 20 to 23. So September you have put. First interest you will receive in January. Yeah. September, October, November, December. 4 months interest. Next interest you will receive in July. उसके पहले तो year will be over. So on 30 lakhs, 7% interest for 4 months. September हो गया, October, November, December. September, October, November, December. 4 months interest. Next. He has got dividend income also gross. Always when you do income from other sources, inner column write income, write total, outer column, and make sure you know grossing up. You all know what is grossing up? जो net है उसको gross करना है, even if they don't say. So what is your gross total income? 73 lakhs. चलो. Now, he has put LIC में for self 15,000, 20,000 for wife and for dependent father. No. In LIC, you can put the money for self, spouse and children, close by family. 15 and 20 will be allowed. 35,000 बाकी नहीं allowed होगा, उसके लिए note लिखा है. Next, medical insurance premium he has paid on dependent brother and major dependent son, 5,000. Okay. So for dependent brother, he has paid 80D. And for major son, he has paid in cash. So cash mein to not allowed. And 80D. 80DD and 80DDB is dependent brother, sister, parents are allowed. But 80D, Mediclaim, you can pay for self, spouse, children and parents. So dependent brother, not allowed. And paid in cash, not allowed. Clear? Right? So 80D deduction you will not get. You got the gross total income. I'm doing the tax calculation, but see, small beautiful note. Hotel booking and lodging and all are not allowed in leave travel. Premium for LIC paid for father is not allowed. Medical insurance premium is not allowed since brother does not come within family. And for son, the premium is paid in cash. Health checkup expenses can be paid in cash up to 5,000. But बाकी तो पूरा 80D check से होना है. वो भी 80D is, if you want, right? Self, spouse means husband, wife, husband. Children means dependent and what do you call as adopted सब आ गए. And dependent parents. बस. मैम डिपेंडेंट ब्रदर सिस्टर्स वो 80DD और 80DDB में आएगा. ओके. These are all the questions of past exam and they are there in the DT compiler. I'm not understanding your question. Previous year I have not changed. I think it's okay. So कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Chalo, let us calculate the tax for this person. You know, if the individual's income exceeds 50 lakhs to 1 crore, surcharge लगेगा 1 crore to 2 crore, 2 crore to 5 crore. हाँ? So short term capital gain, तब भी आपको बताया था 111A, 15%. Why? Special income, special rate, because on the 9 lakh, the shares are listed in stock exchange. Now, other income up to 215 in 250 to 5 lakh 5%, 5 lakh to 10 lakh on the next 5 lakh 20%, 10 lakh to 64 yahan tak 30%. So this is coming. On tax, surcharge is calculated at the rate of 10%. So on 1871 187. Now students do rounding of year nahi karna beta. Tax is calculated on income, surcharge on tax plus surcharge is के ऊपर ECESS final tax you have to round off. Abhi to 68 भी कर दो. Health and education cesses 4% on tax plus surcharge. So you are getting the tax liability rounded off. Okay, 21, 41, 430. How is the problem? Did you understand? Any bit anyone is having doubt, ma'am, ye kaise aaya पूछो. Please apply little more focus. If I do it in writing, as I said, we have GST class again. And please like, subscribe, share, सब करो क्योंकि MTP और काफी सारे live classes होंगे. Tell me one thing. Do you want one more like this? GIST class for TDS, TCS with past exam questions? We will take it surely. Many of them are already asking, तो इसको करें. Yeah, this was 11th problem, which I took. Ma'am, are you skipping some problems in between? Yes, because they are very simple and you can also do it. Chalo, 12th problem we'll do now. 12th problem. Okay, very nice question, Manjunath. Yeah, TDS, TCS, sure, I'll take one more GIST class. Those who want to learn TDS, TCS, very nice because 4 bits, 2 marks each, 8 marks is the weightage. 2 classes I have taken already in the DT Sarathi batch. वो देख लो बेटा. Huh? Okay. Compiler is available in the Telegram group. अब ये मैं बोल के थक गई हूँ. मुझे लगता है कि इसको हर वीडियो में नीचे पिन कर देना पड़ेगा. The material which I am using with answers and all is pinned in the Telegram group. बेटा वहां से मिल जाएगा. If I am answering your query, you can say thank you. Okay. It's not कि मुझे आपका thank you चाहिए. You will be raised when you दिल से feel कि thank you. Okay. Now for marginal relief, it's a very nice doubt, so I want to answer here. Marginal relief, you will have to be very alert in the exam. Generally at inter level 1 separate question is asked to calculate marginal relief for 5 marks. CMA exam में पूछा है, CMA MCQ में पूछते हैं, आपको देख के पता चल जाएगा. Suppose for this problem which we did now, income was some 78 lakhs ना कुछ तो. Suppose it is 51 lakhs. Then because it is crossing 50 lakhs, I have to calculate tax plus surcharge. Had it been 50 lakhs, what would be my tax? Without cess, huh? Marginal relief ke. So excess of tax cannot exceed excess of income. I've already made separately many videos for marginal relief. Just watch day 1, it will be clear. ठीक है? Right. So what I am saying now, ये जो है ना आपका marginal relief, ये आपको देख के पता चल जाएगा. And you have to calculate the marginal relief, reduce it, and then what is your final tax? On that apply the ECESS. Clear to all of you? चलो मैम, अब भी मैंने टेलीग्राम ज्वाइन किया, अभी नहीं मिल रहा है, तो अब हम क्या करें बेटा? Earlier it was like once you join Telegram you can scroll back, but I don't know, whatever best I know technology, I have just made the Telegram group hardly मतलब 6 months भी नहीं हुए होंगे, 700-800 members are there, but I have asked this to all. If you can help me, I don't know how to go back, so I'll be posting it after the class today वापस से, and it is pinned also. I think pinned दिख रहा है या नहीं आप सबको? पिन को क्लिक करोगे तो you will get it, और नहीं है तो I'll post it again. It's not you, Aro. Many of them have told me that we are not able to scroll back. अगर कर सकते तो you would have got the links of many DT amendment materials and costing also. I have given all the booster notes and compilers. चलो कोई बात नहीं. I'll do it after the class. अभी screen से पढ़ लो. B is a sales manager. 20 minutes more. Is that fine? Huh? Then we'll close the class, and if required, we'll do it again. Thank you. I accept your thank you. and that energy should be raised. When you feel that, no, you raise your level. God bless you. Mr. B is a sales manager in PQR and he has received following towards his salary. Basic is 85,000 per month till December. Thereafter it increased. Oh, be careful for 3 months. And if they say Mr. B retires in December, so fir carefully 9 months. Ma'am, I did the whole sum correctly, but by mistake I took 12 months salary. Gone. I don't know beta how many marks I should give you. DA is, चलो एक एक ही साथ में करते हैं. Basic salary is 85,000 for 9 and 87 for 3 months. इसके बाद क्या है आपका बेसिक के बाद DA 40% and it is forming part of salary. So 40% of this. So many times in the exam they say DA is not forming part of the salary means don't take DA in other calculations. But will you tax it or not? Yes. Next, bonus is 1 month basic pay drawn in January. So 1 month bonus I will take 85 or 87, 87 because my January month salary is 87. एक एक पढ़ के लिख के जाओ. Overall once you can read and then he contributes. Oh, this is an area where 80% of the students do mistake in the recognized provident fund bit. Abhi I'll make it very clear for all of you. He contributes 14% pay of his basic and DA towards RPF. An employer also puts the same. How much you can contribute maximum to RPF? 12%. And interest, how much is exempt? 9.5%. Okay, right. So one minute. RPF. RPF, yes, put up basic or DA. इसका total ले लो. Yes, contributed 14%, but allowed is 12%. So 2% will be taxable. This you could have done up also. I've taken exactly Institute's May 22 exam paper for 14 marks. So I've given the answer, but if I would have solved it, I would have taken it up. अच्छा मुझे एक और बताना है. कभी कभी in exam if they give the employer contributes 20% of the basic, then also less, don't do 12% of basic. Exempt is 12% of basic and DA. Is this booster note clear? Employer, see here to he has contributed basic and DA ka 14%, but allowed is 12, so 2% is taxable. What I am saying is, if they contribute basic ka 20%, you can't say ma'am 12% ही allowed है 8%. उधर ऐसा logic नहीं लगाना. They have contributed 20% of basic, but exempt is 12% of basic and D. All clear to all of you? Okay, chalo, we'll go to the next bit. Traveling allowances 5,000 per month, fully taxable. Generally fully taxable. Yeah, but it is for official duty, so it is exempt. Whatever allowances, if they give you uniform allowance 50,000, 30,000 you have spent, it is exempt. Research and training allowance 3,000, taxable. Next is children education allowance 600 per month per child for 2 sons and 1 daughter. Okay. So children education allowance is 600 per month for 12 months. And this 600 is per child. So how many children? 3 children. Exempt is how much? 100 per month for 12 months for 2 children. Beautiful. Only this can be asked in MCQ. If you are enjoying these classes, I can make one more class, not but अभी ये week में तो नहीं, थोड़ा GST होने के बाद, but पक्का करेंगे for more problems of other heads. Today our concentration was only on total income problem and tax calculation. We can take past exam papers for residential status for house property. Okay, do let me know. And TDS I have promised I'll take one class, but you promised me, dear students, only 2 lectures of TDS are there in Sarathi batch. वो पहले कर लो, चलिए साथ में. Children education allowance less exempt, और ये आ गया. Accommodation owned by was provided in Hyderabad for the whole year, and furniture 2 lakh was also provided in October 21. हाँ, we are doing it for 21-22. अच्छा, अब ये RFA है. I have always told you, dear students, that RFA we should do last because there may be taxable allowance. तो अभी इसको 2 मिनट पेंडिंग रखते हैं. Reimbursement of medical expense in private hospital 15,000 fully taxable. Medical allowance 1,500 per month into 12 fully taxable. Company has paid premium. Okay, there's an urgent call. Please, 2 minutes, check it. रुकावट के लिए खेद है. People know that my classes are only in the evening. 1 minute. हाँ, बोलो. चलो, next. Reimbursement of medical expense we did. Company has paid a premium on medical policy on his health. 12,500. So if the company is paying health insurance, company is paying accident insurance, then it's not a problem. ठीक है ना? हाँ. So it's not taxable. But we'll have to write a note. Health insurance exempt. This is beautiful way of writing in the answer itself, so that you don't have to write notes separately. वो notes बनाने में बहुत दिमाग लग जाता है. चलो, ये हो गया आपका. और company is computing, assuming he does not opt for 115 BAC, so we can give him HRA and all. हाँ, अगर 115 BAC में he would have gone, we would have not given him children education allowance, है ना? चलो, what will be if he opts for array? आ गया. ठीक है, चलो ये करेंगे. Now only RFA is left. Rent free accommodation के लिए what is the definition of salary? We will take all. Rent free accommodation कहाँ लिखा है? या 15,96,000 कैसे आया? कहीं तो किया होगा ना. I तो always write it in my working note if you've seen my problem, but this is copied because it's past exam question. Huh. What is definition of salary for RFA? We will take it again so that we remember ki what all we have to take. Will you take basic? Yes. Will you take DA? Yes. Will you take bonus? Yes. Will you take allowances, fixed allowances? Yes. Taxable allowances. If something is exempt, take the taxable allowances. Okay. Salary for the purpose of RFA. I will not take the perquisites and reimbursement in cash. Sometimes employer is paying employees credit card bills, तो वो नहीं लेंगे. ठीक है ना? चलो, तो ये आ गया आपका. Rent free accommodation is 10% of the salary, which includes basic, DA, commission, all taxable allowance. Along with this, he has given furniture also. 2 lakh. So 2 lakh into 10% per annum. So from October 6 by 12, 6 months के लिए cost of the furniture 10% depreciation. This, you know, I want to add one bit here. Many times asked, if they say employees paying 1,000 per month, so concessional rate 12,000 तो एम्प्लॉय बेयर कर रहा है ना, तो फिर बाकी टैक्सेबल होगा. That is also asked many times. Now what is your gross salary? This will we give standard deduction? Yes. And your salary. Okay. If they opt for 115 BAC, then children education allowance will also be taxable. And salary ki definition for HRA may be whatever rent-free accommodation you have given, remove and add the correct rent-free accommodation. That is along with the taxable allowance. If you check this, you will get it. Okay. Now don't calculate the tax unless they don't ask. This is also a problem. Ma'am, students na extra karke aate hain because they know very well. No, please. Even extra questions are not corrected ki best wale. Generally to not. अभी देखो what will happen. They asked you compute the income 115 VAC and this. So whichever is lower you can go finish. Don't calculate the tax because last problem we have done 3 lakh and 3 lakh to this and all. ठीक है? चलो. So this was a very nice problem. Anyone is having any doubt? बेटा कोई doubt है पूछो. अच्छा problem है. ये सब छोटे छोटे problem है. Set off carry forward तो छोड़ देते हैं अभी. I wanted to do one problem with agricultural income, a nice one. Let me see. This is a small 4 marks problem, but nice. How the losses and all we are setting off. You know, set off carry forward is also asked separately, but एक बार करते हैं इसको. Compute the gross total income and losses to be carried forward. Income from house property computed is ready given to you. Short-term capital loss is there. Long-term capital gain on agricultural land, वो तो exempt ही होगा, मैंने लिख दिया है. Income from rubber business is 80,000. But we all know tea, coffee, rubber, 65% is agricultural income exempt. 35% is taxable. You remember 65, 35 for tea, coffee and all, 25, 75. Loss from the garment business 70,000. So 28 utilize कर लो और 70 minus 28 बाकी carry forward करो. Loss from betting and lotteries you cannot set off. Income from lottery is, ये loss from betting बताने का सवाल ही नहीं है. Casual income you cannot show a loss. What about short term capital loss? We can adjust only in short term or long term. So we will carry forward with a note. Loss from betting can neither be set off nor carry forward. ये भी हो गया. Easy problem है but presentation. Now lottery income 5460 is net and 5460 is 30% TDS on the casual income. 194BB section. तो 5460 is 70%. 100% is कितना into 100 cross. आ गया आपका total income. हो गया. It's a very small problem, but did you understand? Long-term capital gain is exempt because it's agricultural land. Now they have solved alternative just for practice. जरूरत नहीं है exam में. Nowadays residential status also they are combining, but repeatedly same kind of questions they are asking. Yeah, one last one I'll take, little bigger one it is, but nice one. एक या दो questions और थोड़ा सा time लगेगा but कर ले. Shivan Suresh, resident 61 years, senior citizen, is engaged and he is subject to tax audit. He has provided you with other details. Okay. GP दिया है, profit on sale of scientific research winning from lotteries. P&L account is given, dear students. Opening stock and closing stock is undervalued. Hot favorite adjustment for business head in your costing reconciliation statement, in your account single entry. सब जगह same आता है. Salaries and wages include and some other detail is given. Interest on loan दिया है. Debt, there is no salary income this time. Asset is purchased. Other information. One plot they have purchased. So CI and all other details is given. Compute the total income and tax liability for Shivansh, assuming that he is not opting for 115 BSA. Ignore AMT also. Chalo. So when you have to compute your business income, always start with net profit and remove all the garbage, kachra. What is garbage? In this business income is lottery income also included. But we know lottery income is taxable in other source. So can I remove it? Yes. Profit on sale of scientific research, it will be here only. So I am checking first the credit side. ये रहा आपका net profit. Start with the net profit. एक मिनट, कौन सा प्रॉब्लम? 18th problem. 19th one is also very nice. चलो ठीक है, अभी ये पढ़ लिया तो ये भी कर लेते. Okay, start with the net profit. 1574,500 and then less में आ जाओ. Remove the lottery and profit on sale of the scientific research. Up to the scientific research equipment is 20 rupees. Now if we have sold in 30, 20 rupees it will be business income, huh? Because you have shown as expense. Remaining 10 rupees will go to the capital gain. So ये दोनों निकाल दिए. Now come to the remaining adjustment. Here तो it is all on the opening stock and closing stock are undervalued by 10%. Opening stock is 4,50,000, but it is undervalued. Now if I increase, it is 90%. Now if I change it to 100%, if I increase the value of opening stock, the profit will come down. Same way, closing stock is undervalued. If I change and increase the closing stock value, because it's 90%, I show it at 100, higher the closing stock, higher the GP. What's the impact on profit? Profit will increase. Clear to all of you? Scientific research, I will repeat beta. Good, you have asked the doubt so that you all are active. But पहले आपको opening और closing stock समझा. If closing stock is undervalued and if I add in the closing stock more things, then my closing stock which is undervalued, if I add to it more, my profit will increase. If opening stock is undervalued, if I add to it more, the profit will decrease. है ना? चलो तो ये देखो. Undervaluation of stock. They have given net effect, but I feel better than it is to do add and less separately. They have given net effect की opening stock, but ये थोड़ा technical presentation है. I feel in exam we should, even for depreciation, as per books, add back, as per income tax deducted, don't do the net effect. Net effect में add की जगह less कर दिए तो गलत हो जाएगा. Depreciation as per books, add back, and as per income tax we will deduct. Okay, first adjustment is over. Now salaries and wages include contributed 20% of basic in the national pension scheme regarding salary paid to employee who has withdrawn. Okay, DA forming part. So employer has put 20% in the national pension scheme. Employer can put how much? 80 CCD mein employer can put how much? 10%. So if he has put up 20%, remaining will be added back. Employer's contribution is basic and 20% of basic is DA 60,000. So he has put 20%. Allowed is 10%. So remaining will be added back. 3,60,000. He has contributed 20%. How much he has contributed? 1 minute. 20% of just the basic. Okay. 3 lakh जो basic salary है ना बेटा, उसका 20% contribute किया है. That is 60,000. But allowed is basic and DA का 10%. That is 36,000. So 24,000 is excess contribution by employer disallowed in the hands of employer. Next, some of the employees opted for VRS. 2,40,000 was paid. So 240 was paid, but 240 में से 1/5 is allowed every year for 5 years in whatever you pay in VRS. I am revising the related provision also. So 4/5 will be disallowed, add back. Next. Watch this again, this last half an hour if you have doubt, क्योंकि अच्छे level के problem है. Interest on loan includes interest paid 15% on loan taken 12 lakh which was taken by SBI for purchase of new electric car 15 lakh. This car is used for personal purpose. So first of all, interest on loan 12 lakhs, add back. Interest on loan 12 lakhs loan pay, 15% interest, add back. But because you have taken loan for electric car, 80 EEB may, whenever to encourage the environment and all, whatever interest you have paid in business, add back. But can I get 80 double EB deduction? Yes, ये देखो आ गया 80 double E. Ma'am, but interest paid is 165. Maximum deduction you can get for an electric vehicle which you purchase under 80 EEB is 1,50,000. Is this helpful? I am revising the provisions also. Yeah, right. Next. Depreciation allowance as per income tax is 450, but during the calculation of depreciation, following addition was not made. We have purchased a motor car on August. Okay, so motor car because it is used for more than 180 days, August में खरीदा है, 15% इस पे भी depreciation ले लो. Add back depreciation as per books. Deduct depreciation on motor car 3,15%. Another is calculated. This you have to less. Put it in bracket. Actually इसको और भी simple form में solve कर सकते हैं in exam. Okay? Are you getting clarity? Don't take the net of difference. An asset was purchased 6 lakh for scientific research and full deduction was allowed. This asset was sold for 8 lakhs. 6 lakhs asset was shown as scientific research expense. Till 6 lakh, it is business income. But beyond the original cost, if it is sold for 8 lakhs and 2 lakh they have taken in P&L account, तो अभी तो less कर दो और capital gain में अलग से बताओ. Yes, Manjunath and some of you are asking doubt, बेटा अभी समझ में आया scientific research? Till you have shown it as expense, show it as business income. This I have done while discussing business head booster video. And beyond that, okay, 2 things I have done for you all students. If you want to go for practice batch, that is also available. And if you don't want to do the written problems practice, you just want to jaldi revise the concept, then for every chapter I have done revision video also. So whichever is beneficial, you can check. Is the scientific research now clear, beta? Bolo. So business वाला clear हो गया. चलो आगे चलते हैं. A plot of industrial land was used by Sivans for business for last 10 years, was compulsorily acquired by government. Compensation was 12 lakhs, was received in February 21. In case of compulsory acquisition, whenever you receive the amount, it's going to be taxable. Such property was purchased in 2005. Since then, indexation will start. He has purchased another plot. Yeah. So 80D deduction, industrial plot when you sell and buy. Okay. Right. Government has also paid 54,000 as interest. Whenever you sell, compulsory acquisition of your property is done by government, and because they gave you compensation late, if they give you interest, this interest is always taxable in income from other sources with 50% standard deduction. So now I'm going to go in the capital gain part. Dekho. How much compensation is received? 12 lakh. Indexation सबको आता है. When we purchased it was 170. Now it has become 301. So cost was 2 lakh. Now how much? So you're getting this capital gain. Again 54D exemption because you have sold industrial land and you have acquired another plot. So this is your capital gain. और ऊपर short term capital gain तो है ही आपका. That scientific research to मिला के we have that. Okay. Lottery income was removed from business income. It will be taxable in income from other sources gross. Interest on enhanced compensation 50% deduction आएगा and you get total income. In total income, long term capital gain lot वाला 20%, lottery 30%, remaining all the income normal tax, senior citizen का benefit देना 3 lakh and you get the tax. And for scientific research I'm writing here, देखो PNL में we have debited 6 lakhs as scientific research expense under section 35. After using, this is sold for 8 lakhs. Now till 6 lakhs, so you have shown as business expense. No? So 6 lakhs tak it is business income. But you sold it for 8 lakhs. So excess 2 lakh is capital gain. Excess 2 lakh is long-term capital. Now is it clear to all of you? Sure. I know little late we are, but two quality good problems. One for agricultural income and one 19th one. 19th बहुत अच्छा है. क्यों अच्छा है पता है? Listen, after every 2-3 exams, how they ask business income is यहाँ देखो. Just look here what I am saying. Even I am tired. More than 2.5 hours are over and I have GST class also today. और कंटिन्यू बोलना है पर 15 मिनट लंच लेट करेंगे. सुनो ध्यान से. Instead of business P&L and net profit and add and less, how will you do the problem if they give you receipt and payment? I've done one problem in the class Ram Narayan in my Sarathi compiler also. Receipts में से just pick up the business related income. Payments में your business payment, your personal payment, your car purchased, your mobile, all khichdi will be there in the payment side. Pick up only business related expense and compute the income. Got the mindset? Ma'am, I was not sure how to do, तो मैंने तो छोड़ दिया 14 mark problem. और मैम I got 58 marks out of 84. अगर मैं थोड़ा भी करके आता ना 14 marks question, I would have got exemption. तो करो ना. रिसीट एंड पेमेंट दिया है तो टेक द रिसीट, टेक द पेमेंट, पिक अप, हैंड पिक आइटम हेडवाइज. वेरी इजी इट इज बेटा. एक बार देखो ये क्वेश्चन. November 22 they have asked this. Dr. Rohan, 82 years. This Sarathi compiler is available. You can order also hard copy. Download Concept Classes app and you can order from there. One MCQ bank is also there. Very reasonable price. You can get 200 MCQs to practice. वो भी लेना है तो करो. Or if you don't want, you want it absolutely complimentary, then Telegram में I'm giving this copy. You can take a printout on your own. Okay, right. CA students, I don't recommend you to order now because 3-4 working days it will take. आपके पास time नहीं है, आप खुद से print लेके पढ़ लो. Rohan, 82 years old surgeon, is having nursing home. अरे great doctor, no, 82 years, 5 lakh तक तो income exempt. Gives the following details. Opening receipt. हाँ, ये सब receipt है बेटा, ये सब payment है. तो हम क्या करेंगे? We will just take the hospital. He is a doctor. Fees from visit in hospital 5,85,000, and this is net 585. He's going to hospital, so he's getting 194J. Professional fees में 10% TDS कटता है, so 6,50,000. Some students may not understand 100% of this question. थोड़ा सा advanced level है, but अच्छा है. नहीं समझ में आए तो 1 or 2 doubts definitely you can ask in Telegram. But promise me before asking the doubt you have solved it. तो doubts आधे तो खुद से ही solve हो जाएंगे. How many times you have gone with a doubt to a teacher and there in front of the teacher you are only asking doubt and you are only getting it clear? Very common experience. Okay, he is following, somewhere it is written, he keeps his books on cash basis and he has not opted for 44 ADA. Okay, अभी वो कैश बेसिस पे बुक्स रख रहा है, तो मार्च 21 की फीस इज रिसीविंग नाउ एंड वी आर डूइंग इट फॉर से 21-22. शैल वी टेक 85,000 एज इनकम? यस, 85,000 बिल्कुल लेंगे इनकम में. चलो नेक्स्ट. डिविडेंड फ्रॉम शेयर्स नेट 18,900. It will be taxable in income from other sources gross करके, and fees 1025 business income. नीचे आ जाओ, डिविडेंड का इनकम काफी नीचे 18,900, 10% TDS ग्रॉस. चलो अब आ जाओ वापस. गिफ्ट रिसीव फ्रॉम रिलेटिव्स ऑफ द पेशेंट. मैम यू सेड गिफ्ट अप टू 50,000 आर exempt. You only taught in income from other sources, but that was gift from unrelated person. So these patients are all not related to me, but they are received from the relatives of patient and they are as good as my professional fees. A doctor is doing knee replacement surgery for his friend. He's saying ab dost se kya fees lena? So his son is having a mobile shop. He gives one iPhone to the doctor. That becomes your professional fees. So very well, 45,000 will be taxable. But when you are doctor and you are giving honorary services, ओके, ऑनररी मतलब ऐसे ही मनी के लिए नहीं, बट जस्ट टू ऑनर यू दे पे सम अमाउंट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई एम अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट इन टू टीचिंग. नाउ Osmania University in Hyderabad calls me for the guest lecture and they pay me some amount, honorarium. ठीक है, will it be taxable? Yes. इनकम टैक्स रिफंड इज, पहले इनका ट्रीटमेंट कर ले, 2 मिनट, रश नहीं करना है, अच्छे से करो. Gift received from relative is a business income. Honorarium will be taxable in income from other sources. And they said it is net, so we have crossed out. Honorarium is my other income. Okay. They said you can take it without TDS also as it is less than 30,000, but we have rounded off. Assumption है मैम. चलो, एक अच्छा प्रॉब्लम करेंगे एग्रीकल्चरल इनकम का. सो स्टे कनेक्टेड ऑल ऑफ यू. इसके बाद करते हैं. यू क्या? या आई वाज टेलिंग यू, लिसन लिसन. इनकम टैक्स इज नॉट अलाउड एज एक्सपेंस. इनकम टैक्स रिफंड इज नॉट अ बिजनेस इनकम. हाँ, बट इनकम टैक्स रिफंड पे जो इंटरेस्ट मिलता है ना, वो अदर सोर्स में आएगा. अब आ गया हम. सैलरी कैन आई क्लेम एज माई बिजनेस एक्सपेंस? Taxes, yes. Entertainment, yes. Purchase of TV, if it is related to my business because I'm a surgeon, I can claim depreciation. Gift to daughter-in-law, ignore. Interest on loan paid for repairs of the property, house property. Personal expense कहीं नहीं आएंगे. Deposit in PPF 80C में देख लेंगे. Nursing home expenses आ जाएंगे. Professional fees for consultancy 1,20,000. Yes. I am also paying to someone else. No, I am an orthopedic doctor. I may call ENT, so I'll share the fees with him. Purchase of furniture for home, ignore. Personal expense, ignore. I hope you are getting balance carried down, ignore. Now we will put all this into the picture. देखो कैसे. Salary to staff 3,50,000, but to our sister we have paid in cash. Not allowed. You can't make payment in a single day above 10,000 in cash. So remaining amount ये miss हो गया यहाँ पे लिखना. 2,90,000 यहाँ लिख दो, नहीं लिखा है. Taxes ले लेंगे. Entertainment allowance are related to business are allowed. Interest on loan for repairs of the property. Okay. Now one point is given for interest on loan. See, entertainment allowance are मैं थोड़ा सा फास्ट जा रही हूँ बिकॉज ऑफ द शॉर्टेज ऑफ टाइम. आप पढ़ो, कुछ भी डाउट है तो आई ऑलवेज क्लियर इन टेलीग्राम. Entertainment expense include 25,000 for dinner with doctors, allowed. Salary paid to sister in cash, not allowed. Interest on loan for repairs, 40,000. Is for house. So remaining is business, we will allow. Daughter-in-law को give दिए, उसको कुछ नहीं कर सकते. But if she has earned income, you remember clubbing provision? When we transfer an asset to daughter-in-law, or spouse, if she is getting income, that income will be clubbed in my hands. Okay, right. And fixed assets are given. So equipment ke upar and all, you can take depreciation. Television is used for nursing purpose, so there also you can take the depreciation. And one donation is there. PM Cares Fund is, Care Fund is related to COVID. And this is a question paper of 22. So that was recently added. Swachh Bharat and Clean Ganga and all those funds, they are asked. What will be the total income under 44 AD? वो भी करेंगे, is not opted. चलो अभी मैं क्या कर रही हूँ देखो. Entertainment ले लेंगे. Interest on loan 40,000 was personal for repair. Remaining business ले लिया. Nursing home expense ले लिया. Professional consultancy also we have taken. Okay. Interest on loan on self-occupied property. Are they allowed? Yeah. Even if you are self-occupying, interest on loan which you have taken for repairs is allowed up to 30,000. For construction and purchase up to 2 lakh. If you would have opted for default tax regime, we would have not taken 30,000. चलो अभी आपको बिजनेस इनकम के लिए डेप्रीसिएशन चाहिए, तो इक्विपमेंट टेक 15% डेप्रीसिएशन, बुक्स 40%, लैपटॉप 40%, TV 15%. They have given some notes for assumption, you can ignore that, zarat nahi. Okay, now come to income from other sources. Interest on IT refund. Gifting to do daughter-in-law is not a problem, but if daughter-in-law has got some income, it will be taxed here. Gross total income. ठीक है. ATC deduction ले लो, PPF, ATD. Medical expense for parents are allowed. If there is no policy, then up to 50,000 you can take expense for parents, but you can't take both. Parents के लिए या तो policy लो या expenses allowed. Watch my deduction video, it will be clear. PM cares fund you can deduct. So आ गया आपका total income. And he is 80 years and above, up to 5 lakh nil, above 5 lakh directly 20%. And whatever TDS is deducted, you can claim a refund. Now they said, what will be the income if he opts for 44DA? 44DA तो house property तो loss रहेगा. Professional income. What is professional income? ये देखो. Fees, ये fees, वो fees. This is all doctor's income. Because he is a doctor, 44 ADA, 50% of gross receipts you show, and you don't have to maintain the books. Yes. So if he goes for 44 AD, he will show business income as 9 lakh. and then calculate the tax and all. So refund of tax is less in 44 AD 4080, whereas normal में ज़्यादा फायदा है. So he will not go for default tax regime. किसी को कोई doubt है? I know, please, you will have to read the question again, take it properly, and if you have any doubt, post it. Today evening, GST class is also live. One single class, rather than skipping the receipt voucher and all, एक ही क्लास में खत्म करेंगे उसको. लेकिन मिस नहीं करना है बेटा क्लास. या प्लीज आस्क, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. TDS के लिए also we are meeting, you can ask doubt. Thank you that it is all clear. Can I ask you all to come back in the total income questions? And there one question is there for agricultural income. वो ना बहुत बार पूछा है तो मुझे वो करवाना है. अब टोटल इनकम के ये वाले तो पास्ट एग्जाम के क्वेश्चंस थे. That is in my material, problem number 10, page number 241. Page number 241. Just 2 minutes, beta. It's a very nice question. बहुत मेहनत की हूँ मैंने ये मटेरियल बनाने. You check the examples in partnership form questions, the business head. ये रहा. In fact, all the questions are good, but I'm directly taking because we didn't take any problem for agricultural income. Rinku. Rinku is the name of SSC. You know why? Because दो बार तो पूछ लिया है. आजकल किसी को सिंपल खाना खाना नहीं है. So what is the flavor for CA CMA Inter students? Mindset building. In total income problem, either they will add agricultural income and non-agricultural, calculate the tax. Agricultural income, basic exemption, or they will give you ATG, adjusted total income. ठीक है? तो देख लेना बेटा, इनमें से कोई भी एक होगा आपको करना है. 10th problem, I am on page number 241, 241. Following is the breakup of the income of Mrs. Rinku born in 1960. Oh, they didn't give the age. They are saying age भी आप calculate करो. तो 60 से 2040 और 23 years और. तो कितने हुए हैं? 63 years. Senior citizen. Long term capital gain is 2 lakh. Short term capital gain on shares of private companies 2 lakh. Winning from lotteries is 20,000. Business income is 220. Agricultural income is 40,000 but exempt. Now Rinku has paid LIC for self and spouse. तो 80C में deduction मिलेगा 410. Rinku's income is 4,10,000. मैम 410 ना, 5 लाख से कम इनकम पे 12,500 तक रीबेट है. खत्म करो, टैक्स तो कैलकुलेट करो आप. What is agricultural income? 40,000. What is non-agricultural income? 410. Calculate the tax on 450. Working note 1. In 450, casual income 20,000 pay 30%. And the remaining is your long-term capital gain. Business income will whole go in exemption 3 lakh. I hope you all are getting. Business income 220 पूरा 3 lakh में cover हो गया. Remaining 80,000 unutilized basic exemption can we cover up in long term and short term? Huh? Right. ये short term भी गया basic exemption. So 2 lakh long term. So now see, 450 income, lottery income pay 30% tax, remaining basic exemption 3 lakh में your business income, your short term capital gain all covered. So 1,30,000 is long-term capital gain 20%. 26,000. So what is your tax? 32,000. Don't add ESES. Don't add ESES. even after saying, मैम मैंने पूरा स्टेप मेथड किया, एग्जामिनर को क्या दुश्मनी है मेरे से. What students are doing, agricultural non agricultural income, calculate tax with cess. With cess नहीं करना है, cess अभी नहीं आएगा. Same like marginal relief, cess अभी नहीं आएगा. चलो, agricultural income basic exemption 340 पे tax. So 3 lakh तो exempt है, 40,000 पे 5%. I'm calculating tax as if he's opting out of default tax regime. So 30,000. And will he get the rebate? Will he get the rebate because income is less than 5 lakh? Yes, 12,500. So what is the tax? 17,500. On this final tax, put ESES. Take your time and please ask me. Literally, I'm tired. I can't take the classes whole day. या फिर बहुत सारे ब्रेक लेके आधा घंटा मैं जाके आती हूँ, एक प्रॉब्लम के लिए 20 मिनट्स दे दिए, खुद से सॉल्व करते रहो. No one should leave the class without commenting. If you have any doubt, ask. If no doubt, then say whatever you feel like and then let us close. You followed this problem. Why did I take it? While you calculate agricultural, non-agricultural, calculate the tax without ESES. Agricultural basic exemption, calculate the tax without ESES. Okay? So like this you have to do. So that's all for today's class. I'm not a CA and CMA yet, but I'll do whatever it takes to achieve my goal. I'm bigger than my environment. Still, if you feel you are disturbed, you are confused, you need any help for planning, 9290065156. This is Concept Classes WhatsApp number. Put me a message. Me or my team, anyone will be in touch with you and will surely help you to get your goals. You all are making your story. दीप्ति मैम, आप क्यों फ्री में ऐसे 3-3 घंटा YouTube लाइव पढ़ा रहे? I want to be a part of your story. Right? Thank you so much. Bye-bye all of you. Any doubt you have, asked, stay connected. Like, subscribe so that you get a message. Next week, any day morning, I'll plan because GST and full day marathons offline are also lined up in Hyderabad. तो अभी इसको प्लान करके 1 class for TDS, TCS, revision. With that, all past exam questions we will solve. But वो questions के लिए आपके पास compiler होना चाहिए. अभी तो मैं lunch करूंगी. Lunch के बाद I'll put the compiler again in the Telegram group. Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you. Bye-bye all of you. You all should also close with a thank you. I'm saying because it is online class, ऐसे join करते हैं, झटके से निकल जाते हैं. That energy is not good. So as in the physical class, दिल से आप टीचर को थैंक यू बोलते हो, आप भी टीचर से थैंक यू लेते हैं कि आप भी इतने देर पेशेंटली लकड़ी के बेंच पे बैठ के पढ़ते हैं ना, तो वैसे ही थैंक यू करना है ऑनलाइन क्लास में टू कीप योरसेल्फ एट अ हायर लेवल. थैंक यू. बाय बाय ऑल ऑफ यू. See you all at 6:15. एक ही क्लास में खत्म होगा. देखो आप उतना ही पढ़ाएंगे जितना